Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't wanna miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.
What's good, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Live Wire Sports Media. So, a few days ago, the Indiana Fever hired a return, well, not a return, but a familiar face that is returning to the franchise. Now, this person is known for their defensive prowess and tenacity. And not only that, they have been a part of the Indiana Fever 2012 championship team and played alongside Stephanie White. Now, she also was on Stephanie White's staff in Connecticut. And just like all the other returns to the Fever franchise, Kelly, Stephanie, now we bring back Briann January. Briann January is probably a really well recognized person in the Fever organization. Um, she's been named assistant coach. She's joining Stephanie White's staff. She's a seven-time WNBA All-Defensive Team honoree, returning to the Fever franchise where she helped lead them to a championship. She is ranked number 2 all-time in games played and assists. Now, that's going to be interesting because if she ranks number 2 all-time, that means you already know that one person is going to lead the team, lead the franchise in all-time assists. We already know who that is, and that's Caitlin Clark. Now, Stephanie White um, took a time to really celebrate her and let people know that, hey, she said, I'm excited for the opportunity. She said she's a winner, a bright young coaching mind, and an excellent human being. I'm very excited to continue our coaching journey together. And this is what Stephanie White had to say. And she also noted that she is thrilled to welcome Briann January back to the Indiana. She is part of a fabric of the Indiana Fever franchise from her impact as a player and will continue as a coach. She said, Bree's example of toughness, resilience, hard work ethic, communication style, and basketball IQ will be a great resource for our players, staff, and community. She's a winner. So, and then Bree also, she said that I am excited for the opportunity to come back to the city and the organization that drafted me. And she was drafted, I believe, in 2009, if I'm not correct. She said, this is a place where I got to play and win for a decade of my career. It's my second home. I'm already getting to work and hopefully bringing another championship to Indiana with the incredible team and staff. Now, that's very important because, like I said before, there are so many different layers to this. We already know Kelly been there. She's been through the championship tenure during that time. Same thing with Stephanie White. Now, lo and behold, with all of that being said, is that she not just Stephanie White as well, but when you talk about things, you got to look at Stephanie White, Cameron Christmas Kelly. She's a assistant coach. She also played on that team as well. So you got all of these returning factors back with you right now, and then all of them was a part of the 2012 squad. So, like I said before, there's a whole history of Indiana Fever has been played on this championship team, and you can't dismiss Tamika Catchings, who was there as well, one of the leaders of the team. And I already alluded to before, Stephanie White, she played and was a coach of the team, a player and a coach as well. So having this coaching assemble team, Stephanie White is not playing. If you think about it, she brought some of her staff from Connecticut. You know, Christmas Kelly, she was there with her. Christmas Kelly husband is with them now. She brought Keith Porter along. So if you want to look at it, hey, she's a forming the Avengers. She's a forming Avengers. She has this team excellent in an excellent position to win. Make no mistake about it. Yeah, we might have our doubts, we might have our concerns about the team, a lot of different things. But I still hang my hat on that this team is going to win it all. A lot of people think that, hey, the league could sabotage Caitlin. A lot of things could go against Caitlin for winning a championship. People could get jealous or whatever. I'm telling you, if you have a team that's put together and is resilient and block out all the noise, none of that stuff really matters at the end of the day, because once you reach your destination, hey, that's what it is about. Winning the ultimate goal. Teams have went through a lot of turmoil. Like, I always use my football analysis to certain things. I remember when Tom Brady was suspended for 4 games and he went on to win the Super Bowl that year. So, and I believe the Indiana Fever, they will face some adversity this season. Make no mistake about it. All great teams do. All teams do face adversity. You look at the Golden State Warriors. For them to win as many championships they have turnover, they lost players. But guess what they do? They keep reinventing themselves. When you have coaches that know that been in the game so long, and you have executives that been in the game so long, they already seen almost everything that's possibly known. Now, I do have a short video of Briann Jones. I mean, Briann January. I keep calling her Briann Jones. But anyway, here you go. All right, so therefore, that's a little short video of Briann Jones and Briann January. Good lord. So, but as you see right there, she's very good, very good, and like I said, she's a defensive specialist. And didn't know this. She's a black belt in karate, a floor leader. She's tenacious and she is a relentless competitor. This is the type of leadership that you want the Indiana Fever to exuberate. Stuff like this, having a high IQ like that brings the best out of Caitlin. Caitlin needs coaches like that has a very high IQ, that has a very competitive fire. And when you bring that kind of attitude into an organization that's seeking to win a championship, not just making the playoffs, that exuberates throughout the whole team. You're gonna see. I I think Kelsey Mitchell is a little bit taller than Briann. To be honest with you, I think she's taller than her. But just think about that. Just think about the influence she'll have on Kelsey Mitchell to play better defense. You already know that Kelsey Mitchell is fast. She's one of the fastest. Now, if she's not one, she is the fastest guard in the league. You know, and you think about how she is going to help her. She's going to help Caitlin. the development of this team is going to be so crucial. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love I love seeing it. So my thing is this is at the end of the day, I think that there is going to be a lot of excitement. I think there's going to be a lot to take away from this season because, like I said, there will be adversity for this team. I mean, we'll be foolish to think there won't be, but at the same time, how well they get over that adversity. And it's something that this team didn't have last year. When the adversity hit, they didn't know how to respond. They didn't know how to take the next step. They didn't know how to go a little bit further beyond. And I think this time around, you're going to see a whole different team in a whole different light because they went out of their way. The Indiana Fever organization went out of the way to surround this young talent, this young talented team with great leadership, from coaching to also veteran players. So I love it. And welcome back, Briann January. I think she's, to have her as addition to this team is it's really great. You cannot expect anything less from the squad. So I feel like um, at the end of the day, the Indiana Fever they have something special right here. I said it once, twice before. I think they have something special. I think you can never ever doubt a heart of a champion, and the leadership of Caitlin Clark is going to lead the way. I think Aaliyah with Aaliyah, Kelsey, Lexi, all of them being there, and then the added pieces around them, it's just going to bring this team very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. I think the most important piece of this is you have players on this team that's not only offensive minded, but they're also defensive minded. And when you bring in a defensive minded coach, remember last year now, guys, that's what Christy Sides was supposed to be. Christy Sides was supposed to be that defensive minded coach, but you didn't see anything defensively for this team. Having somebody that's proven, won a championship, and highly respected in Briann January, you're gonna see a whole different defensive type of team. And there are not many teams in there's not many teams in the W that are balanced like the Indiana Fever. I think the Indiana Fever is probably the one or the most balanced team when it comes to offense and defense because some teams have offense, some teams just be defense. But to have both at your disposal, that makes a team very, very deadly. It don't matter what other teams build or put together. You they will not be able to have both on the same end. That's the thing about it. So, and we always say defense wins championships, offense makes styles. And when you have defense, they lead to your offense. Guess what's going to happen? You're going to win a lot of games. You're going to win a lot of championships. So until the next episode, like, comment, subscribe, Live Wire Sports, and I'll see you.
Hey, so amazing. You see how they playing? Live Wire, it's all about sports and entertainment. You don't want to miss it, so official like you never seen. Keep it going till the whistle blowing from the referee. Everything from highlights and stats. You know that we gotta run it back, whether on the field or the court. You know that this is where it's at. Subscribe, no delaying. This is Live Wire, sports and entertainment. Let's go.